Welcome, Kids Check-In Team. We are here today to talk to you about a few of the things we've been learning as we have gone through the process of the first few days of checking in children to children's ministry. So we want to just give you a little bit of information.
Yeah, and we want to say thank you so much to all of you volunteers. You guys have been amazing. We've been just blown away by how smoothly it's gone, and we know you guys came to the trainings and figured stuff out, and it's been really good. So
Thank you.
The first thing that we wanted to just mention is if you could, when you're here, and a lot of times families are going to be checking in during at the self-check, if you could, as much as possible, hands off the self-check and really teach the parents how to use it. Sometimes when there's a line, it's a little bit tempting because we can do it a little bit faster and we kind of know how it goes. But we want them to learn how to put their phone number in, and especially when it comes to like picking the hour and the class that they go into, it can be a little bit confusing, so they can be the one to push those buttons. We really think within a few weeks they're going to be doing it really easily by themselves. So that's what we would encourage you to do.
Absolutely. One of the things that we discovered was happening last week was that some of the people were checking in and the parents weren't receiving the parent pickup ticket. And after a little bit of exploration, detective work, we figured out that when families were splitting up and checking in at two different stations, so they took their younger children down to the nursery station and their older children they brought here, two of them did not receive a parent pickup ticket. So what's happening there is the first set of parents, the first group to check in is receiving the ticket. So if that should happen, if you get a parent that comes in and they don't get their pickup ticket to print out, ask them, is somebody else checking other children in at the other station? And then have them check with that person to see if they did receive the parent pickup ticket. If they did not, then have them call or text me. This is a sign that will be here, so they can call or text me if I'm not in the immediate area, and we'll get it figured out.
Yeah, so far that has not been an issue though.
No.
It has always been because another parent has already checked in at another station, so we don't anticipate that to be the case. Another thing that you're going to see here at the station is these change of information cards. And I have found these really helpful. It seems like there's always something going on. Like, for instance, once someone came in and they were putting in their carrier on the screen, they accidentally too quickly selected the wrong carrier, hit finish, and we weren't allowed to go back and switch it. And so I just quick wrote down the name of that person and that we needed to switch their carrier. You can actually fill it out, stick it right back in here. We will grab it afterwards and we'll change the information in the system to make sure it's correct. If you're comfortable and you want to go into the software program and edit the family and fix the problem, that's totally fine. But a lot of you aren't going to be as familiar with the system, and so don't feel like you need to do that. So if a cell number has changed, if a child's allergies has changed and it's not something severe that we need to address that Sunday, any information that needs to be changed in the system, just fill out that sheet and we'll take care of it later.
Great. A couple other signs that you might see on the kiosk here is where to send young children. Now this would come in handy for you if you are checking in a guest to our church for that morning. Most of the times what's going to happen is you will select the time that you are going to check the child in for, and then you get the list of all the available things from nursery to second grade that are available to our children. Most of them are very easy. Are you in kindergarten? Are you in first grade? And so you know to select those. Second grade has two different classrooms, so feel free just to choose one of the classrooms. Don't belabor it or worry about it. Just choose one of the classrooms to send them to. The other area that gets a little confusing is the nursery, toddler, preschool group, because those children are put into a program based on their age. So what you can do is just ask the person that's checking them in when their birthday is, and then check this sheet right here, and it will let you know what class to put them in, so then you can select that as you're checking them in. One of the other signs that you'll see, we kind of referred to it already, is this need assistance sign. And we would ask that you would make sure, we're going to have it, keep it out here, but if you would just do a double check when you leave the area, after you've kind of seen that things have settled down, just do a double check and make sure that this sign is out here. So in case someone should check in a little bit later than 15-20 minutes, then they would know how to contact someone and if they should need assistance.
Yeah, and that happens often. You know, families they're running late, they don't get here till 10:45, 10:50, you may already be gone, so we want to make sure that they know what to do if they would get here.
Yes.
Yeah. We had our traffic flow a little bit.
Yes, we have not only done some new check-in things, we've done a little bit of different things with our doorways and the access that we have into children's ministries. So this wing is accessible only by one set of doors now. As we were thinking through all of this, we were wanting to create a traffic pattern that was just helpful. We've also put this big old thing right in the middle of the hallway. So we are asking, you can tell on these signs here, we have an enter here and an exit here. What we found out this week as we were helping families is it was really helpful to them if you would, with a smile, direct them to go to the proper way. This was the entrance was the one that most people were just not familiar with. So if you could just direct them this way as much as possible. Don't worry if a few people trickle in the other way, but if you have time, as you have time, direct them with the new traffic pattern. We'll get it down, we'll get there, but it was something new to learn.
One of the easy ways to do that might be to stand, if you're assisting with the self-check, to stand on this side of the monitor. You're kind of blocking the exit a little bit with your body and then just kind of encouraging people to go this way. So maybe if you're kind of going back and forth between the manual check and the self-check to kind of go around this way might be helpful because it's just going to help us to have everyone coming in one spot. So, yeah.
Again, we just want to say thank you to all of you who are giving up your time to do this. We really appreciate it. I know you're learning a new skill and taking time out of your morning to assist families, and you are the first access point of the morning for a lot of these families. You're the first face they're going to see as they walk into our church. So we thank you so much for your cheerful, friendly face and your helpful attitude. Thanks a bunch.